The Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless. And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second and 9. Stafford now to throw. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Board in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the interception, here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Chris Board able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They get 20 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, here's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Board able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now it's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Stafford on first down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to grade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route. The drag.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And got his man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Tucker's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. But looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there. Now the question is, can this offense step up?
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Justin Houston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. The pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of him.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, his 19th touchdown now on the season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a % or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some room to work. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Right back to Dobbins on first. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And down to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Dobbins. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Throwing now is Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. One last throw here for Stafford. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Ravens, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.